Alright guys, hi, how we doing? I'm Seth, this is my brother Josiah, as most of you who are viewing this video should know by now. We decided that we sit down and do a little hookah review on this nice snowy New England day. This is mainly for our friend Josh. Josh, we love you. Yeah, we're doing a video on this, Watermelon-Freeze by Starbuzz. Now, I know that, especially for you, Josh, that, you know, I've talked about how we don't really like Starbuzz flavors. It kind of gives you like a weird, sick feeling afterward and all that. It has to do with the tobacco and how it's made, because a lot of other shishas don't do that for me, or for you, Josiah, am I correct?
A lot of Starbuzz, they have an initial good feeling at the beginning, but they dry out, the flavors get bland, and overall, as like a long-term kind of hookah shisha, it's just not that great. But you want to carry on with the flavor?
Yeah, overall, the flavor has kind of like a candy backing to it. It's more artificial than it is natural, but as opposed to a lot of the other watermelon flavors that are out there, this is by far the best. It's watermelon freeze, so it has kind of like a cool menthol flavor. That's what we settled on, menthol. We were trying to figure it out for a long time, and it wasn't really minty, but it wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't minty, let's just say that. So menthol is pretty much what we're going for with this. But, so it's kind of like a candied menthol, and when I say candy, I don't mean Jolly Rancher or lollipops or anything like that. It's very different. More kind of fruit roll-up-ish, kind of, if I would say, yeah.
The difference between, because you got your mint-flavored shishas and you got your icy shishas, and oftentimes mint can either be a little bit harsh or can be a little bit too much as you smoke it a lot. But what's neat about this one in particular is that the mixture of the watermelon and the freeze together, they make it's refreshing rather than being overly minty or overly cold or anything like that. With a nice ice hose, you really get to actually get a different experience from the shisha comparatively. As far as Starbuzz is concerned, it's been my favorite. Starbuzz is sort of a not to knock it, but it's not my favorite as far as a brand is concerned, mainly because of the longevity. It doesn't last that long.
Yeah, these American brands are nothing in comparison to the Arabic brands, or the Egyptian brands rather, like Nakla or Alfaka or Awaha. Those are fantastic. Those really, they've stood the test of time. Starbuzz and Fantasia, they're really good. When they get a good flavor, it sticks. However, another really good American brand that is more recent over the past couple of years is Fumari. Those guys know what they're doing when it comes to flavors. So in comparison to those, this is pretty good. In comparison to the Egyptian and Arabic flavors, this is great. I've got on here Coco Naras, as you can see. We've smoked it for about half hour, so the clouds aren't at their peak as they were, say, 15 minutes ago, but they're still very good. I'll give you a preview here. And then got a lot of body to them. Not necessarily wiry, but it's got kind of like a cool mist look to it, as opposed to a lot of the ones which are more billowy and smoky. This is more direct. I got it in a Vortex bowl here. Vortex is good. It's not the best, but it's definitely good for what it's worth. You don't have to pack a lot of it in there, and the flavor lasts a long time. So if you keep it nice and fluffy, that's definitely the way to go for this.
With your ammunition on having a lot of different shisha brands, I would suggest having it there to be different than the other flavors you ordinarily may smoke.
Yeah.
Whether you like the fruity stuff or the more like you know, coffee or chocolate stuff. I think that it'd give good diversity when you're just trying to get a different kind of smoke, especially when you just want to have an actual relaxing type of smoke.
Exactly.
Because the freeze itself, it's different than most others that I've had. So, and it stands on its own. So you could probably add some things and mix with it, but I think as a whole, it probably would stand on its own. So feel free to try some.
Yeah, I have water in the base. Usually, if the flavor needs a little kick, a little boost, I'll add like an Arizona iced tea, or I'll shake up a soda, get all the carbonization out of it, and add that to the base with a lot of ice. But this is just straight up water, and it's great. This is perfect for a starting hookah, a middle hookah, or the hookah that you're doing right before you go to bed. It's really good. It doesn't leave anything in your mouth or anything like that, and it makes the room smell nice, which is always good. But Joe, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd say, like I said before, definitely good to add to your ammunition.
Yep.
Once again, because Starbuzz, for the most part, they don't give you a long lasting one. So just be prepared to have like a good 20-minute smoke, 25-minute smoke.
Yep. Alright, I think that's it. Bye, all.